we follow this girl named Chloe who's throwing a Halloween party at this farm that her parents rented out for her. Rich. So I'm picturing Wesley James Hanson the third to be Harry Styles. That's just who we're gonna go with. Like, I feel like the plot wasn't fully developed, the world wasn't fully developed, the characters weren't fully developed. It's okay, but when you depend so much on them that you like plan your whole plot around them, I just think like be original. So until I get a partner, Kaylin will not be watching horror movies by herself in her apartment. Hello book friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylin and I hope you guys are doing so lovely. Welcome to another weekly reading vlog. You guys, I cannot tell you how excited I am to be back to filming weekly reading vlogs. I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in so long, but I've done videos. I've just done themed reading vlogs, so like 24-hour reading vlogs, a series reading vlog, like reading Amari and the Night Brothers. I've done all that, so I haven't really like included lifestyle stuff. I did just upload my cozy weekend vlog, which if you guys haven't watched that already, go watch that. So that was just like a little taste of a weekly vlog, but so I'm so excited to be back to my weekly vlog schedule. But I will say, before we get into it, the month of October, I uploaded 2 videos every single week. That is not going to happen during November and December just because work gets super crazy this time of year due to the holidays. Everyone wants their doggies to look clean and nice, so I doubt I'll have time. Some weeks there may be 2 videos, some weeks there not, so that's what we're doing. But I'm here to tell you guys the TBR. Oh, it's currently Monday. I guess I should tell you guys the day, huh? It is Monday, October 24th. It's my mom's birthday, so happy birthday, Mom, if you're watching. But I just wanted to give you guys some reading updates and then talk you through my reading plans for this week. So the book I'm currently reading is Book of Night by Holly Black. I'm still reading this. If you guys watched my weekend vlog, I was reading this over there, but I didn't do a lot of reading that weekend, and that's okay. I kind of just enjoyed myself. But I did make progress. I am on chapter 23, so page like 189. And I do like this. Is it the best adult fantasy I've ever read? No. The concept is very cool. I do like our main character, Charlie. I kind of like all the characters in this book. If you guys don't know what this is, I'll tell you a little bit about it. So we're following Charlie, who used to work for this guy. She used to steal magic, and she kind of got out of it, and she was with her sister, Posey, who's obsessed with magic, wants magic, but she doesn't have it. She's doing everything in her power to get magic. She also lives with her boyfriend named Vince, who she doesn't really know a whole lot about. Vince kind of keeps to himself until one night something happens, and Vince's past comes back to haunt them. And Charlie kind of gets caught up in his past, and she gets caught up in all the lies he's told, the murders, like scheming, all of it. So, I mean, it is good. I do prefer the Folk of the Air trilogy a lot more than this book, but, you know, Holly Black tried. I could never write an adult fantasy, so props to her. I mean, you know. Okay, so for this week, for the rest of the week, I kind of want to mood read. I haven't mood read in a really long time, and I think it's just because I've had like set TBRs for certain videos, so that's what I'm doing this week. And I picked 3 books out of my shelf that seemed interesting to me. Am I going to read these all this week? No, I'm not pushing myself. But, you know, maybe I'll read like a chapter from each of these and then see which one I want to read. But I have to finish Book of Night before I do that. So, we have The Taking of Jake Livingston, which if you guys have been watching my channel, this has been on a TBR every single week. I know, but I'm reading it this week. So we have this one. we have Big Bad, which is set in Buffy the Vampire Slayer world, but you're following like the bad guys, not Buffy. I think it seems really cool. And then there's How to Survive Your Murder. It's about this girl whose sister was murdered on Halloween, and a year later she goes to the trial, and during the trial she gets kind of attacked, and she wakes up the year prior on Halloween, the exact same night her sister got murdered, and she has to kind of stop the murder. So very interesting, very Halloween-y-esque type books, which is kind of what I wanted this week. Oh, The Taking of Jake Livingston, I didn't say what this is about. So we follow Jake, who's a medium, and he is getting stalked by the ex-school shooter, and he is including Jake in his part of his revenge plan. So there is that. Also, if you can hear a plane taking off, it's my computer. I'm exporting a vlog. My poor computer. Also, I just wanted to say thank you so much to all the new subscribers. I got home from work today and I had 70 subscribers. I'm growing so fast. Like literally, like I was just at 50 something subscribers, and within like the past couple days I hit 70, and I was like, what is happening? People like my content. So thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. It means so much to me, and I'm so happy you're here. Like, so happy. So thank you. Thank you. Anyways, so I'm gonna go have dinner. Oh, wait. I didn't film it because it was yesterday, but House of the Dragon finale. I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say I need season 2 now. I need it now. I need it now. I need it now. Yeah. What else? I think that's all my updates I have for you guys. I'm gonna go fix my dinner because I'm really hungry. I'll probably watch The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City because that is my favorite Real Housewives. I love the Salt Lake City. I really want to watch other Real Housewives because I know there's a lot. And I know Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte, she watches a few. And I don't know, I really like... Salt Lake City was the first Real Housewives I've ever watched, so I was late to the game. But I kind of want to watch Beverly Hills. Anyways, yes, so I think I'm going to read a chapter from each of these tonight, and I will pick them. This one, I am listening to this on audiobook, so I don't have to read this. I think this is just going to be the book I read throughout the week. There you go. So, those are the plans. I'm going to go fix dinner, like I've said, for the 3rd time now, and I will catch you guys later. Hi guys, so I am going to start with Big Bad by Lily Anderson. I'm going to read the first chapter and then I will come back on here and let you guys know what I think of it. Okay, I just got done reading chapter 1, and you guys, pleasantly surprised by this book. I picked this book up first because this is the one I was least excited about, and you guys, I'm actually intrigued. So, the first chapter we get kind of a lot. We're following this guy named Jonathan, who has 2 friends named Warren and Andrew, and they live in this town called Demondale, which is essentially like a town in hell, or like the mayor has made it permanently nighttime, so it's always dark there. There's never any sun. There's a bunch of demons, vampires, like stuff like that. They're just bad people there, and they are the only humans, or like one of the only humans there, and they're still there. And so they're throwing this party for just the three of them in this warehouse, and they have a bunch of robots because Jonathan is a complete nerd and like builds all that. And while they are there, they have a break-in with this girl who has blonde hair. We don't know her name yet. And she steals all of the artifacts they have, and she actually kills one of them. I'm not going to say who. And then she kind of just slips through the portal and goes, and that's all we got. I'm intrigued. This book is only like 310 pages, so that's pretty good. Hopefully you guys can't see. I have crumbs on my shirt. I was eating some chips and dip because I like to snack when I read, so hopefully you guys don't see that. But next book I'm going to pick up is How to Survive Your Murder. I'm going to read the first chapter, and I'll come back when I'm finished. Okay, I'm back. That was a very short first chapter. There's not really like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 kind of vibes in here. It is set up by hours. So the first chapter was a prequel, I think it was, or maybe it was, I think it was a prequel, but that's all I'm going to read because that's all I kind of needed to read to know that this might be the one I'm reading. Okay, so it's set up, the first chapter was Halloween night last year, and then it goes to 3 hours before, and then so on and so on. So this was good. The first chapter we follow this girl named Chloe who's throwing a Halloween party at this farm that her parents rented out for her, rich, and how she set it up is they have to go through the corn maze to get to the party. How she set it up is they have to get to the corn maze to get to the party, and she has her, I'm guessing it's her boyfriend or maybe someone who she's like dragging on. He is supposed to run after them with a chainsaw, but the chain is supposed to be off. And when the party's going, she's heard rumors that's not even scary because Mark's not using the chainsaw. He's just making noise with his mouth. So she goes in to find, and lo and behold, there's this man who looks a lot like Mark because it's dark, so she can't really tell, but she sees the chain is on the chainsaw, and he's coming closer, and then the last line of this, it says, until it hit bone, and I was like, oh, I need to read all of this now? So, stellar first chapter. The next book I'm going to be sampling a chapter from is The Taking of Jake Livingston, so I'll come back when I have some thoughts. I'm back, and I just finished chapter 1. Let me tell you a little bit about this book. So in the first chapter we are following Jake, who is a medium, and he's in 11th grade at St. Clair's Prep, and he kind of has ghosts and ghouls following him around all day, and he's like annoyed by it. He doesn't want to be it, but you know, he has no choice. He can't just be like, oh, I don't want to be a medium anymore. And he has a brother named Benji who goes to the same school, and Benji is kind of the troublemaker. He's not one to follow rules, as what I'm gathering. And so on Jake's way home, he's being followed by this ghoul who just like won't leave him alone. And when Jake gets inside his house, he turns the TV on, and there is the news playing that Mateo, who lives in Jake's neighborhood, was found dead. And a year prior, Mateo was involved in a school shooting, and he survived it. and a year later he turns up dead, and the cause of it is unknown. So that's what I gathered from this book. I do like this book, but I think this is my least favorite. The first chapter wasn't as gripping as the other two, so I think I'm actually going to do How to Survive Your Murder, because this one gripped me the most. So I'm going to do this. So for my order, I liked How to Survive Your Murder, Big Bad, and then The Taking of Jake Livingston. So yes. But first I need to go schedule a video and do the description and all that. And then I'm going to get to reading, because I really want to read this book. But okay, let's go do some YouTubes. Hello, I'm here with Wyatt. And I'm reading How to Survive Your Murder. And I am on the second chapter, page 19. So not really that far into this book. And they have introduced this character named Wesley James Hanson III, who's moved there from Boston. And they're kind of describing him, and there's this one paragraph where Alice is describing him, saying he was always doing stuff like that, painting his toenails black, adding a pearl necklace to an otherwise very standard t-shirt and jeans. And that right there made me think of Harry Styles, because I know he does that, and I was like, okay, so I'm picturing Wesley James Hanson III to be Harry Styles. That's just who we're going to go with. That's all the updates I have so far, so that's all I wanted to say.
Spring is the season that wakes.
Hello friends, happy Tuesday. Nope, it's Wednesday, off to a great start. So I did not talk to you guys yesterday because I had some stuff to do for the video that I am putting up on Sunday, and that took a lot longer than I anticipated, so didn't really feel like doing any more filming after that, so I didn't. But I did some reading. I did finish, let me get it. I did finish Book a Night by Holly Black. I did like it. I'm going to give it a 3-star. The thing about this book is I think it needed like 200 more pages to be able to be fully developed. Like, I feel like the plot wasn't fully developed, the world wasn't fully developed, the characters weren't fully developed. It was a fun read. The way this book left off, I am interested to see what the next book is. Is this even going to be like a series, or is this a standalone? I don't know. But yeah, I just feel like it was very underdeveloped, but still liked it, if that makes sense. Gave it a 3-star. Next is How to Survive Your Murder by Danielle Valentine. And this one I'm kind of struggling with. As you guys saw on Monday, I did a chapter taste, and this is the one that I chose. Reason why I'm struggling with this one is the writing feels very fanficky, which is not really a bad thing, but it's not my taste in writing. They've mentioned real world stuff, like they've mentioned TikTok and a couple other stuff, and I don't know, to me, I don't know what it is, but I don't like books that mention real life stuff. Like, I'm trying to read a book to escape, not to be reminded of real life stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, I just feel like this book is very heavily based off of some horror movies. Like, it's very dependent on them. It's feeling a little too familiar. I'm only 80 pages in, so I could really like this. I don't know, it's the writing for me. We're following this girl named Alice who had a sister named Claire who got murdered in a cornfield on Halloween night. They were both there. They were at a party, and the way to get in through this party is to go through the corn maze. Well, Claire went and Alice didn't, and when Alice realized that Claire wasn't at the party, she went back through the corn maze, and she found out, and she witnessed what happened. And so fast forward a year later, the day of the trial, She's at the courthouse, and she's in the bathroom, and she bumps into this Sidney Prescott lookalike, and she passes, and they have an altercation. She wakes up a year earlier on Halloween, and now she has to save her sister from being murdered. She also has two best friends that run a podcast called The Final Girl, or How to Be a Final Girl, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know. It's the writing for me. It's okay. I'm going to keep reading because it's an easy read. I did start a new audiobook, and that is It Girl by Ruth Ware. I've seen a lot of people talk about this book, so I wanted to check it out. In that one, we're following Hannah Jones, who goes to Oxford, and while at Oxford, she meets some friends. Her sweet mate named Allie and her become kind of close, but Allie was murdered, and now skip forward, I think it's 5-10 years later, I could be wrong on the timing. We're following Hannah present day, and the guy who killed Allie just died in prison, and that's all I know so far. I do really like it. I've read a couple Ruth Ware books, and I always really like them, so I'm hoping that I really like that. But I got something really cool in the mail. I'm doing a video for a company over on TikTok, and it's called Vinyl, and they sent me 3 vinyls that I curated to my taste, and I kind of wanted to show you guys them. So the first one they sent me was Lizzo, because I love you. I love Lizzo, so I was so happy when I'm like, if I don't like the other 2, I don't care. This is perfect for me. This is the only one that really matters. I'm just kidding. I opened this and I was like, cool, sold. I love this company. So yeah, very happy about Lizzo. And then they sent me 2 others that were kind of related to were similar to some of my music tastes. Basically, you fill out a questionnaire and then you link them to your Spotify and they go through your Spotify. And then they also write you a handwritten note, which I think is really cool. So the other one is Camouflage. I have never heard of this band or artist. I'm thinking it's a band, so this is Camouflage. And then they sent me this one, which I've actually been listening to this. This is by True Blue, and it's If That's How You Feel, that's the album. I really like this one so far. But yeah, I think that's really, this is really cool. So if you guys want to check them out, go to vinyl.org. I'll put the link up here. I'm not affiliated with them. I have no coupon code. I'm just telling y'all. So yeah, that's about it. I am going to my parents' house today. I'm going a day early because my mom is off work this week. So I'm going today, and I'm staying till Thursday night, and then I'm coming home Thursday night, and that way I'll have 2 full days at home, and I'm so excited. So excited. So that's what I'm doing, but I'm going to go have some lunch, take a shower, and head to my parents' house, but I probably won't talk to you guys until tomorrow sometime, so enjoy the B-roll, and I'll
Makes me alive, and fall is the season to contemplate life. Oh, I don't know what is it exactly in this time of year that makes the melancholy me reappear. Oh, back and forth through dark roast coffee, salt, mist, and sea, sand and amber trees. 'Cause it still feels like summer, but it's soaked in nostalgia slowly. All the leaves, they're turning brown. 'Cause it still feels like summer, and I simply don't wanna see the cool wind sneak back in our town. 'Cause we lived when it was all bare feet, tan skin glistening beneath the heat, evening swirl into a bird-song beat. God, it's now so very bittersweet, so I guess I'll just put on my favorite sweater and say goodbye to summer. I keep on forgetting, times learn how to fly, and before I know it, it passes me by. Oh, I don't know why when life is beautiful I start to fear it.
Hello guys, it is Friday. I haven't spoken to you guys since Wednesday, and let me just go over what happened. So let me put my coffee down, because it's hot. Actually, let's take one more sip. So I wasn't planning on being at my parents' house for 2 nights. but something happened with my dog. I don't really want to get into it because I don't want to cry, but he's okay right now. So I don't know. I stayed an extra night to be with him and to really make sure he's okay. I felt good leaving today because he seemed to be back to kind of his normal self. I don't really want to go over it. Maybe one day I'll talk about his whole story, but yeah, so I stayed an extra day, so I really honestly didn't talk to you guys. I didn't want to talk to you guys. I was a mess. I was really like preparing myself for the worst, but he's okay. I'm okay. So I'm back home, and I'm here to give you guys reading updates and stuff like that. I just filmed a November TBR, which if you guys, I think this is your first time seeing my bookshelf. If you guys are seeing wrapped books on my shelf, watch my November TBR video because I show you guys what I did and explained what this is. So I just filmed that video, and I'm really excited about my November TBR. But there's one book I'm not that excited about, but that's okay. I also kind of want to get Christmas books, but I think I'm going to plan another cozy weekend in November to go do that, like I did one in October. Like I'm going to decorate for Christmas and go Christmas book shopping, all that. I think that's what I'm going to do. Anyways, reading updates. So I actually finished How to Survive Your Murder last night. And this book was okay. I gave it a 2-star. I was really excited for this book, but I think I told you guys the writing is just like not my thing in this book. I thought the reveal of the murder was kind of a cop-out. It was very easy to see. I knew it right away. I think this book is really heavily dependent on the older horror movies, which it's okay, but when you depend so much on them that you like plan your whole plot around them, I just think like be original. Like for example, there's a mass murder in this book, Scream. Hello. The ending, I hated the ending of this book. Absolutely hated the way they ended this book. This book ended on a cliffhanger, which I don't mind cliffhangers if they're done right. This one kind of left you off at like, okay, well, like you didn't even wrap up what happened. Like we don't even know what happened. Like it was just so frustrating the way this freaking book was ended. I did not like it, so I gave this book a 2-star. Maybe you'll like it if you're looking for a fun YA horror book that's not really that gory or scary. I mean, you might really like this. It was fun and easy, fast-paced read. It's just it didn't hit what it was supposed to hit, you know? So for my next read, I'm deciding between these two. I'm thinking I'm going to do Big Bad because I really liked the first chapter I read of this one, and I really wanted to read more of it. And I think this one is fairly short. Yeah, this book is like 300 pages, so I think I'm going to pick this up. So that's the plan. But before we do that, I'm going to change and clean up my house because I didn't do it Wednesday, so I need to do it today, and it's only 3 o'clock. So I have ample amount of time. And then after I clean, I'm going to cook dinner, and then we're going to bake some cookies, and I'm going to watch my best friend's Exorcism on Amazon because I haven't seen it yet, and I really want to watch it. And that's what I'm going to do. I'll show you my outfit before, I take it off. I'm feeling a little anxious right now. Sorry. You know when you just get a sudden rush of anxiety and you have no idea why? It just throws you off. It's throwing me off right now. I'm feeling a little anxious. It's probably the coffee. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll show you guys my outfit though before I change. But I'm gonna do some breathing and I'll talk to you guys later. So this is the outfit for my November TBR. We got the sweater vest, we got the button up, we got the black jeans, Ugg slippers because duh, they're essential. Yeah, this is the outfit. I really like it, but I am going to change into something comfy so I can clean.
Slip through my fingers and just disappear. Oh, yeah. Back and forth through dark roast coffee, salt, mist, and sea, sand and amber trees.
So I'm currently baking, and I'm supposed to be baking these, and I don't have a muffin tin. So I'm just gonna make them cookies and try my best. So that's what I'm gonna do. Hello, coming to you live from my living room with my red lights are on. I was gonna watch my best friend's exorcism. Saw it got really bad reviews, so I was scrolling through Amazon because I never scroll through Amazon Prime like ever, and they have Don't Worry Darling for rent. I was like, oh, I'll rent it so I can watch it at the comfort of my home and make all the remarks I want to without worrying about like disrupting anyone's, viewing pleasures. And they want $20 to rent it. No, I'm sorry. I'll wait till it comes on Blu-ray or another streaming service. And then I saw this movie with Sydney Sweetie, and it looks really good. And it has, granted, it only has 3.5 stars, but it looks really good. So I might watch this. Let me show you. Oh, I can't switch you around while hold on. So this is what I might watch. It's about a couple who just moved in and they are spying on their neighbors. I don't approve, but like I'm into it because I'm curious to see what happens, but I'm gonna keep looking. So that's contestant number one. No, that is contestant number one for tonight's movie options. I'm gonna keep looking and seeing what I can find, but I'm like intrigued by this one. And it says it is suspense, drama, atmospheric, and sensual. Could be good, right? I'm gonna keep looking though. Okay, actually, I found the movie. It's on Netflix. I'm gonna watch Luckiest Girl Alive. I know this is a book. I didn't read the book. I remember I started watching this, and then my mom was like, oh yeah, I already watched it, so I turned it off. So I'm gonna watch it. This is it. Let me show you. This is the movie, Luckiest Girl Alive. And I'll come back when I have thoughts. Sorry for this awful lighting. The red sets the mood. Yeah. Also, I wanted to watch a horror movie, but I'm by myself. If I had someone with me, like preferably like, a guy, I would totally watch a horror movie. I just can't watch them by myself. I love horror movies. I really do. I love being scared, just not by myself. Can't do it by myself. So this is like a good mix because it's thriller, but it's not like scary thriller. Like I can do thrillers. I just can't do horror movies. So until I get a significant other, until I get a partner, Kaylin will not be watching horror movies by herself in her apartment. So, let's cue the B-roll and let's watch this movie because I'm excited. Good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. It is October 29th. Yes. I am here with some reading updates because I didn't really update you guys on one book that I was reading yesterday, and I don't know why I didn't because it's actually the one that I'm really liking the most. I think a couple days ago I said I was listening to It Girl, or is it The It Girl? The It Girl by Ruth Ware on audio. And you guys, I am really liking this book. I think it's pitched as a dark academia, which I can see, but the school setting isn't there for a lot of the book. The school setting is only there in the like past chapters, which I actually really prefer the past chapters. I don't think I said this when I first told you guys about this book, but we're following Hannah Jones, present day Hannah Jones, present day Hannah Jones, who's married and expecting, and then we're also following past Hannah Jones, who is at Oxford, and it's her first year there, and she's kind of meeting her friends, forming this friend group, and things are happening. I love the past chapters more. I wish this book was just the past chapters. Like, I feel like this book would have been really good for, like, if it was just that. I do enjoy the present chapters, just, like, not as much. They're kind of boring. But, yeah, that's about it. Let me see how far I'm into this book, or how much time I have left, because I was listening to it this morning while I was cooking my cinnamon rolls, which you guys saw. I have 4 hours and 32 minutes left on 2 times speed. That doesn't seem right, because I only have 9 chapters left. That doesn't seem right, but yeah, I guess it is right. So the chapters are really long then. I am really liking it. And then last night I was checking my Libby app, because I scroll through Libby often just to see what's new. Oh, someone wants to say hello. Oh, say hello. Hello. Yeah, I was scrolling through Libby to see what's new, and then I saw I had a book available, and it was a picture book, which I've never borrowed a picture book from Libby before, but it was so cute. Let me get the title. It was The Little Ghost Who Was a Quilt by Real Nason. And oh my god, you guys, this book was so cute and heartwarming. I want the physical book. The illustration work was beautiful. I really loved this style of illustration. I think I took a screenshot of it. Yeah, I took a screenshot of it, which I don't know if I'm allowed or not. But I'll put it up here so you guys can see it up close, because if I hold it like this, you guys can't see it. It was just gorgeous, and it's about this ghost who, instead of being a sheet, he's a quilt, so he can't fly as fast. He gets hot and sweaty, and he goes out on Halloween with his family, and he wants to like sit upon this chair to kind of like observe when he gets caught. And this woman and the daughter take the quilt home, and he like keeps the daughter warm, and then he just goes home, and it's just really precious and really cute. I give it a 5-star. I really liked it. Next reading update is I am still reading Big Bad by Lily Anderson, and in this book we are following a couple different people. We're following Jonathan, who is a human living in Demondale. It was well known as Sunnydale, but the mayor like deemed it to be a gateway of hell, I think. And so like the sun isn't out anymore, and this is a town that's safe for vampires and demons and all things like that. But also humans can live there, but humans choose not to, because there's no rules against, eating humans and killing them, so they tend not to. But Andrew and Jonathan, who are friends, live there and work there in Demondale. And then we're also following Anna, who is a demon who came to Demondale to kind of experience another part of life. Back where she's from, she's known as the Wisher, and she grants wishes, but she mainly does it for partners who have been wronged by their partners, so like cheating spouses, cheating, like stuff like that, and she grants them a wish for like something horrible to happen to the said partner who is doing the wrong. And then we're following the Slayer, who is going around and slaying things, who is going around and slaying stuff, and she's collecting all these artifacts, and she wants to kind of end Demondale and the hell that's brought upon Demondale. And that's kind of what we're doing, and that's kind of what this book is about. And it is, you know what, I was really excited about this book. You guys saw earlier in this vlog that I read the first chapter. I really liked it, but I don't know what it is about this book. I don't know if it is that it's taken too long to get into like I don't know. I've never watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah, it hasn't been something I have wanted to watch. So picking up this book, I knew nothing about Buffy the Vampire Slayer or anything like that. But I don't know. I don't know what it is about this book. I'm just not liking it as much as I thought I would. Like, the plot seems really cool. The characters are cool, but I don't know. It's just something's just not clicking with me, and I kind of don't want to finish this book. I kind of want to put it down and just call it for what it is, because why put myself through a 300-page book if I'm not gonna, like it? So I think that's what I'm gonna do, although I feel so weird and awful doing that because this author did send me this book and I was really excited for it, but I don't know. Maybe I just need to give it to 100 pages because I am only 80 pages in, so maybe I need to read to page 100 and see how I kind of feel. That's how I kind of do it with books that I'm not sure about. I read to page 100, and if I'm still not clicking with it, then I DNF it because I'm like, okay, I'm 100 pages in, I'm not gonna click any more than I have now, so maybe I'll do that. But I do really like that we're following the villains instead of the good guy. I really like that. We're kind of getting the perspective of villains and how a slayer is ruining their life. So I do like that. I don't know. But I think if I get to page 100 and I don't like it, I'm going to pick up the Taking of Jake Livingston. Something about this book is just tugging at me. I did read a chapter, so I'm 10 pages in. I read it on Monday, I think. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But other than that, today is the Saturday that I dedicated to staying in my pajamas all day and just chilling. I do have a few work stuff to do. I do have to schedule a video, and then I do have to edit a video for TikTok and send that into the brand. So those are the only worky bits I have, which is not bad at all. Usually Saturdays I'm filming or have extensive amount of editing. I did my editing last night. So yeah, I have dedicated one Saturday a month for me to kind of just stay in pajamas and chill and do nothing. I think I really need that because I am the type of person to put work before relaxing. Although reading is relaxing to me, sometimes I'm reading so much that it feels like work. So I really need to just use a Saturday to just watch TV and not do anything else. I'm still going to read this Saturday because I really want to read one of these books. But yeah, that's all my updates. I'm going to go do my YouTube stuff really quickly, and then I'll read and I'll come back when I reach 100 pages of that book and tell you guys if I'm going to continue on with it or not, and I will catch you guys later. Hi guys. It's much later in the day. It is, what time is it? 2:56 in the afternoon. I did my work stuff, which took a lot longer than I anticipated. For some reason, whenever I try to upload a YouTube video in this room, when it's hooked up to my desktop, it takes hours to upload. And I don't know why. No idea why. The connection of Wi-Fi is really strong in here. I don't know if maybe it's hooked up to the desktop monitor. It's just a monitor. I hook my MacBook into a monitor, and that's how I use it. I don't know what it is. So I took my MacBook off from the monitor, went into my family room, and it uploaded right away. So I don't know. I don't know. But yes, so my November TBR is scheduled for tomorrow, which is Sunday, which is already going to be up by the time you guys are watching this video, so make sure you go watch it. But I have reading updates. I have also been doing a couple things. I prepared my soup for tonight, so that's in the crock pot. I wanted a soup because it's really cold out and it's football. I don't know, it's just one of those really nice fall Saturdays where football's on, the weather is gorgeous, a little chilly, but it's sunny out, and I don't know, it's just been a cozy day. So I have been watching I have been watching the Ohio State and the Penn State game. I actually really don't know the schedule. I don't know the score because I turned it off. So let's see what they're at right now. The game, oh. Y'all, this is not good. There is 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and the Nittany Lions are winning. Not by much, but they're winning by a touchdown. Oh, Ohio State. Anyways, but reading updates. So I said I was going to read to page 100, make a decision, and I kind of just kept reading, and it's not because I'm enjoying this book. I am curious to see how this book ends. I really like the characters in this book a lot. I don't know if it's maybe the writing style. I'm just not really liking. I'm quite bored with the writing style, but like the plot is good. Does that make sense? So I'm now 150 something pages into this, so I'm halfway through this. I may finish this today, or I may put it down and pick up The Taking of Jake Livingston. I'm not sure. I was trying to look on Libby to see if there was a book that I could download that caught my interest, and I went down the Bridgerton rabbit hole, and I've never read a Bridgerton novel, but I wanted to read the one they're doing the Netflix show based off of before like it comes out. So it's romancing Mr. Bridgerton, and it's between Colin and Penelope, I think. Is that the two characters? So I thought it was available already. It's not. I have a 10-week hold. So, but I've also been looking at cameras because I mentioned a couple vlogs ago that I really wanted a camera. And I watched a couple videos, and the one people are recommending is this Sony ZV-E10 camera because it has interchangeable lenses. It's quite expensive though. I knew it was going to be expensive. Like I had this amount in my head, but they make this version of the Sony, there's two different ones. There's the ZV-1. The only difference is, well, it's a $50 difference, and the ZV-E10 you can interchange the lens. The ZV-1 you can't. So $50 more. Might as well get the one you can do interchangeable lenses. So it's very expensive. I'm hoping it goes on sale for like Black Friday or Cyber Monday. Like that would be great. If not, just gonna have to bite the bullet because it will help this channel. But I'm actually going to start importing this footage and editing it, kind of get ahead of the game, because I'm gonna take a break from reading, and something I really enjoy is editing. I know, I'm so weird. So that's what I'm gonna do probably until dinner's ready. It's about like 2 hours from now. I should be able to get a lot of this footage edited by then. The day is just going by so fast. Saturdays go by so fast. And I don't know why. Saturdays are my Sundays. I go back to work tomorrow, start my work week tomorrow. So like, I don't know what it is. Once it hits past like 2 o'clock on a Saturday, I get anxious. Start to think about work. Anyone else like that? Yeah, I'm gonna start editing this vlog, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Hi, I haven't spoken to you guys since yesterday afternoon. I forget when. But as you guys saw, I did change my current read and I picked up The Taking of Jake Livingston. I am more happy with this book than I was with, let me get it, Big Bad. I don't know what, I just can't put my fingers on what it is about this book that I'm just not vibing with. So I'm going to put it down. I may finish it in next week's weekly vlog. I haven't decided yet if I'm just going to put it down forever or if I'm going to finish it. But I am halfway through it, so I don't know. But The Taking of Jake Livingston, I am 109 pages in. We're following Jake, who goes to this very prestigious school, and he goes with his brother Benji, and Benji's more of like the popular guy. He fits into that crowd. Jake kind of is a loner. He fits, like, he keeps to himself, which, relatable, because I was too in school, and he gets bullied, in particular by this one student named Chad. He picks on him a lot, and it's really sad, and it was hard to read just because that hits way too close to home. But I am going to put the link to the Storygraph trigger warnings for this book, so if you guys want to read this book, I'll put the link down below so you guys read it before going into this book. And Jake is actually a medium, which I have never read a book where a character is a medium before. I don't really do paranormal books, or at least I haven't found the right paranormal book for me. So this one, I am really liking this one. So yes, Jake is a medium, and he is home one day, and so after school one day, he turns on the news and he sees that his neighbor Mateo has been killed. And then as soon as we find out Mateo's dead, we get this chapter from Sawyer, and it's a journal entry chapters. And Sawyer, we find out that Sawyer is the school shooter, and he committed suicide, so he's now dead, and he ends up being the ghost that is haunting Jake. But in these journal entries, we get to see kind of what is happening in Sawyer's everyday life, and how his mental illness is affecting him, and how the abuse he's taken from his home life and just school life and everything that's been happening. So we're getting that. And it's hard when reading this book to not feel something for Sawyer, especially when he's telling moments. And I mean, you can't help but feel sorry for him, but at the same time, Sawyer is this really awful person for doing what he did. So I don't know, it's kind of like but I am really liking this book a lot. So I'm hoping to maybe get close to finishing this tonight. This would be amazing if I can finish this tonight, because this book is only 246 pages. So I only have like 130 something to go. So, and it's only 3 o'clock. But also I was planning content for November, and I meant to do this last week. I pretty much have every video planned. The only thing with November, I think I said this in the beginning of the video, is that there will not be 2 videos every single week. It's just not doable with holidays coming up. I am slammed at work, like literally probably starting the 3rd week of November. No, maybe even like 2 weeks into November. So 2 weeks from now, I'll be slammed. I don't know, just kind of every year it changes, but it's usually around the 2nd or 3rd week of November. We get slammed, and it literally does not stop until after the new year. Yay, I love that. I love that for me. It's okay. I also wanted to plan like a new intro for December, like a Christmassy intro, but I suck at making intros. I am not that tech savvy when it comes to making intros, so I'm like, But I'm not hiring anyone because I don't have that kind of money to hire a graphic designer and make me an intro. But yeah. So I'm supposed to be doing. My cat is passed out. Tomorrow's Halloween, so happy Halloween Eve. Is that what it's called? It was really fun waking up today and seeing everyone's Snap videos of them being like drunk, and then I know today they're all hungover, and I'm like, hee hee, I feel great and well rested. Is that mean? That's mean. I'm sorry, I don't really mean that, but like, I know what it's like. I uploaded my November TBR today, so if you guys haven't seen that, go watch it. I need to check up on the analytics and stuff of that because I haven't even looked at it yet. But yeah, I'm gonna go read some more, hopefully finish this, and I will come back when that happens.
Evenings swirl into a bird song beat, but it's now so very bittersweet. So I guess I'll just put on my favorite sweater and say goodbye to summer. Goodbye to summer. If life is an ocean.
Hi guys, I finished The Taking of Jake Livingston, and I'm giving this a 3 stars. I did like this book, just not as much as I thought I would. So this is supposed to be a horror, and there are some horror elements in this, but it's not like scary. I didn't find it scary, but it's a YA, so I don't know. Just because it's YA doesn't mean it can't be scary horror. So I felt like the horror was a little bit lackluster in there. I see what the author was trying to do with the horror, but it just wasn't scary. I did find myself becoming quite bored, if I'm being honest. But that doesn't mean that it was a bad book, because it wasn't. I loved how the story ended, how in the end, he kind of found like his friends, and he started to believe in himself and, you know, just not take shit from anyone anymore, and I really love that. But also, I did cry at one point because I don't know what it is about this. Maybe it's just because I'm so close to my parents, but whenever there is something involving a parent in a book of like a child saying goodbye to a parent or a parent figure, it gets to me. Like, I'm not talking like a see you later goodbye. I'm talking like a goodbye. It just gets to me. I don't know what it is. Like, they could say goodbye like that to their friend, and I'd be like, okay, but like a parent, I'm like, oh. So I did cry a little bit with that. But also in this book, there are similarities between Sawyer and Jake, and I don't know if they're supposed to be like similar, if the author did that on purpose or what. I don't want to say what because I don't know if it would give anything away, but yeah, I don't know. And Sawyer's story, like seeing things from his point of view, was just heartbreaking, what he went through and like how the whole thing played out. I mean, not to play down like what he did, because what he did was awful and he should have never done that. He should have gotten the help. But I also think, not to put blame on anyone, but the environment he grew up in, the people that were around him, you know, he tried to get help, but his mom was like, okay, 4 weeks is enough for therapy, you're done, because she didn't want the image of having, you know, a kid in therapy, but also pulling him out of a mental hospital. She didn't want people to know that she had a kid in a mental hospital. And I just am like, what? So I feel like there's things in his environment that could have been changed to prevent him from doing what he did, maybe. But yeah, overall, really enjoyed myself. This was a very quick read. If you're going to read this, again, look up trigger warnings. Storygraph has a great trigger warning section. I will link it down below if I can. Yeah, finally, but yeah, glad I finally read this, you know? So, it's only 6 o'clock. I just got a notification on my watch that I have been on Book Talk for 2 years, starting tomorrow. That's when I first posted a bookish video on TikTok. That's cool. Anyways, so it's only 6 o'clock. So I'm like, do I read some more of this guy? Or do I pick up one of my November books? Because I guess I could finish this by the end of... I could probably finish this because tomorrow is the 31st. So I would like to finish this by tomorrow night, if I can. We'll see. I didn't really look at my work schedule when I was there today, so I don't know what I have tomorrow, so I don't even know if tomorrow's going to be busy or slow. But yeah, so I think I'm going to read more of this, just because even though I'm like halfway through this book, and I would hate to DNF it now, and I've read that many pages, I might as well just tucker through and finish it up, even though you should never read a book you're not happy with. Don't do what I'm doing, okay? But, yeah, so I think I'm going to read a little more of this right now. I did start watching The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Why? I don't know, because there's 12 seasons. But I finished the latest episode of Love is Blind, and can we talk about it? Can we talk about Love is Blind? Yeah, so I'm gonna go read some more of this. I will catch up with you guys later. To give you guys like one final update and to close out this vlog, but until then, I will see you guys later. Hi guys, I totally forgot to end the vlog yesterday. What ended up happening is I DNF'd Big Bad. I was reading, I'm like, why am I pushing myself through this book? I would not tell anyone else to push themselves through a book they did not want to read, so why am I? So I DNF'd it, and then I picked up a different book, and I am liking it. I'm not going to tell you what it is, you'll just have to watch next week's vlog. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and in the vlog, I'm about to start a new one right now. I hope you guys liked this vlog. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel because I would love to have you here. If you haven't already, make sure you are following me on my social medias. They are always linked down below. Check the description box too for all the book links and some links to support my channel. If you want to, no pressure, you don't have to, but they're down there. And I will catch you guys in my next video.